Good afternoon, everybody. How are you all doing today? I hope you're well. I am absolutely pooky burg and snackered. I'm exhausted. Here we are at the end of July, and oh my goodness, what a bonkers, crazy month it's been. Good bonkers, good crazy. Excuse me, reaching for chamomile tea. But yeah, it's been mad, and it's not the month I had planned, but it's the month that happened, so I kind of just had to go with it, you know, as you do. So this month, for the first time since I left nursing and went on my little solo trajectory, this is the first time when I've had so much of my month not working, as it were. Some of it has felt like work, even though it wasn't working. Basically, this month, I ended up with a lot of time spent with either family or friends, and of course, it's wonderful and gorgeous, and I wouldn't want to have it any other way, or would I? Yes, I'd like to have it another way. I'd like to have it more spread out. So, you know, I've had that week with my mum after her operation. I've had my 3 usual visits so far this month with my great aunt, another one coming up. Then my sister came down for 3 days, and then one of my nurse friends decided to have a baby. Another friend popped into town from far away, from another land, and I only see her about once a year, so when she's here I make the most of it and I make time to see her. But like I say, because it just all happened in July. Now, obviously, I couldn't dictate when my mum's operation happened. I couldn't dictate when the baby came and when we'd have the first meeting with the baby, nor when my friend came over, all of those things. And family and friends are so important, so precious. I will always make time for them. Always. I really nurture my friends and they nurture me. It's definitely two-way traffic. I don't know why I put my tea down. I want it again. I'm just all over the place at the moment. Yeah, I massively obviously love my family and friends, and I'm a very social creature. I like spending time with other people. But in the end, this month, I've had 15 days. I clocked it up. I was looking back through my sort of diary for the month. 15 days with other people. That's a huge amount of time out of me doing what I do. And it got me thinking about the whole work-life balance thing, because since I stopped working as a nurse, going out of the house to work for someone else, I've actually found that my hours have increased massively, especially in this last year, once I've established the shop and sewing, doing my little private sewing commissions, making more and more videos for YouTube, and the whole kind of the social media stuff, having my Facebook page and my website and comments, emails, all that kind of thing. Over the last year, it's my hours have massively grown, so that most days, this is 7 days a week now, 7 days a week, I find that I'm on the go for anywhere between 10 and 16 hours, which is crazy. And if I was doing, let's take the lowest number, if I was doing 10 hours for someone else, if I was going out of the house and working for, I don't know, let's say working at a bookshop. If I left the house and I was working for 10 hours a day, 7 days a week at a bookshop, my family and my friends would be saying, hang on a minute, Vivi, we never see you, you're working too much. And they'd be right. If I was going out and working for someone else, that would be too much. But because I'm working for myself, it actually doesn't seem too much. I mean, it does some days, you know. I'm sitting here in front of all my gorgeous books, and I rarely get time to read these days. But I love what I'm doing. I love all the different jobs I've got now, all the myriad jobs. I love them all. So when I'm doing that work, it doesn't, I was going to say it doesn't feel like work. It does feel like work at times. It really feels like work. When it's gone midnight and I'm waiting for a video to finish uploading or whatever it is because my computer's so slow, I just think, oh, come on, I want to go to bed. But it's not, like I say, it's not like I'm going out and working for someone else where it's rigid. I have no flexibility. The joy of what I'm doing now is there is flexibility in it. One of my biggest flexings, if you like, is with the weather, of course. So, for instance, today it's been chucking down most of the day. It's sod's law. Just looking out the window now, it's brightening up. But it's been chucking down most of the day. So, having seen that this was going to happen today, I made sure that yesterday I had garden time. And today, because it's chucking down, I'm making sure I've got time indoors to do the work, the kinds of things I do indoors. So this work-life balance thing, I think it mainly applies for people who hate their job. Or for people who don't mind their job but are doing so many hours that by the time they get home at night, for example, their kids are asleep. And when they go out in the morning, the kids are still asleep. When you're working so many hours that you don't have time for your family or your friends, and importantly for yourself, that is definitely out of balance. So although I'm working more hours now than I ever have, I feel it's still in balance because I'm happy doing it and I'm still fitting in all the other things. Now, when I went to my mum's, for instance, this is how it all fits in. Oh, hang on, scrudge in the chair, get comfy. When I was at my mum gets up at 8 in the morning, goes to bed at 10 at night. She's got a really good schedule, brilliant. So when I was with her, I was getting up at 5 a.m. in order to work for 3 hours before she got up, and then so I can, do bits and bobs with her during the day. And then when she went to bed at 10, I could then do another sort of 2 or 3 hours work till midnight, 1 or so, which is great. It meant that I could be there to help her and enjoy spending time with her and seeing a bit of tennis. I'm missing the tennis already. But it also meant that I could still do a bit of my own work because so much of my work is on the computer. That's great. But the compromise is that's not enough sleep for me. Oh my goodness, I'm such a grouch if I don't get 9 hours sleep a night. But the point is, it's doable. It's doable for a short time. So, like I said, when I was at my mum's, I was doing work before and after she was getting up or going to bed. On days when I'm seeing to my great aunt, again, it's one of those things where I'll get up at 5 in the morning, do a couple of hours work here at home. Actually, what I've also been doing is getting into the habit of going to the garden at sort of 7 in the morning before my 9 o'clock train, do my gardening, get down to her, see to her all day, get home, go to bed. So July has been long days. I'm so tired, it's ridiculous. Am I even making sense? The thing is, when you work for yourself in any capacity, as I know so many of you do, there's no such thing as paid annual leave. There's no such thing as paid sick days. So you can't get sick and you can't have annual leave. Or if you do, and I think this is something that I'm going to take forward, this is one of my learnings for this month, is I was going to say try and set aside money each month to give myself days off, but at the moment I'm not at that stage yet. I'm not at the stage of being able to save, but certainly I will always want to and will make time for family and friends, but I think I just have to kind of sometimes say no in this particular week and just sort of spread things out a bit so that I don't feel so much pressure on the days when I'm not with them to try and do 2 days of work in one day, if that makes sense. But yes, I'll never compromise on, I say never compromise, there needs to be some sort of compromise, because I would not be able to do another month like I've just done. So some level of compromise where I can do both, but just not all at the same time. That's the bottom line. Yeah, and I think, I mean, I've said this over and over again, I'm sure, ever since I started this little experiment of mine, that I'm not very good at giving myself a day off. I'm not very good at, well, I plan for it. I do plan. I say, all right, on Sunday you can have the day off. But then on Sunday what happens is I do all the things that I haven't been able to get done during the week on the Sunday. Work-life balance. You know, I was in the garden for about, 6 or 7 hours yesterday. It was really hot, sunny, gorgeous. I was going really slowly. I didn't want to make myself ill in the heat. This is after the heat wave. Saw loads of my friends down there. Took so many moments to just stand and stare at all the gardens, not just mine, other gardens too. Time to watch the butterflies, time to watch the bees. It's beautiful. That's my holiday, that's my downtime, if you like. So I think for me that's going to be a good combination, and the way to go forward is I get the garden work done, and if it's a day where I'm doing something that I want to video, great, I can earn a couple of quid from the video. But essentially, at the end of doing all that, I can just take the time to appreciate what I've got and have a little mini holiday. That's the thing, miniature holidays. So I think all things, being equal, this is going to be such a quickie today, honestly, because I am really, I'm on my last legs. I think I have got a really good work-life balance. My work is my life. So that sounds awful, doesn't it? That sounds like a Gordon Gekko. Was it Gordon Gekko? That Wall Street character? I've never seen it. Oh, my work is my life. I didn't mean it that way. What I mean is, my work is, I don't know how to phrase it. I'm stuck. Don't know how to phrase it. I'm sure, because you're all very smart, empathetic people, you're going to get what I'm trying to say. But it's that my work, although at times it's hard physically, definitely mentally hard at times. I do my own head in, and the hours are long. It doesn't feel like work because it's all feeding into me and my family and friends. It's all good. That's what I'm trying to say. I've got some balance. Now, the next bit of balance I have to find is a little bit of free time every now and again to read some of these beautiful, beautiful books. So many books for my birthday, thank you. So yes, here I am at the end of another month. I am truly exhausted. But I've got to the end of another month. I'm happy, really happy. I'm healthy, apart from a few aches and pains. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm surrounded by friends and family and amazing, beautiful people. I've got a garden bursting with food for me, not just for now, but for storing for all the months ahead. I've got lovely customers. I've got more sewing commissions than I can possibly take on. I get asked all the time to do sewing jobs, which is great. The vast majority of them I can't do. I can't fit them in, but it's good to know that they're there, that people are wanting me to do that for them. That's fab. The shop's ticking along quite nicely, so oh my goodness, I feel like I'm staring into the headlights, but it's good. It's all good. Like I say, the most important thing, I'm happy, I'm healthy, I've got food coming, I've got great support, I have such amazing, wonderful people in my life. I have a really, really solid emotional support base, if you like, and I honestly, I don't think you could do this unless you had such great support, because yeah, it's hard work and most of the time one is on one's own doing it. So I'm going to say cheers with my chamomile to a crazy month, and it was crazy because of so many family friend visits and times, but it's the family and friends that give me the strength every single day, and that's you guys too, and all your beautiful comments. It's the strength I get from that that keeps me going on the days when I am on my own. And I think August I'm going to spend a lot of time on my own because I've got so much catching up to do, but it's brilliant. I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, like I said at the beginning, maybe spread out a little bit better. But anyway, there we go. End of month 27. I think you're going to be seeing this on the 1st of month 28 because I'm so behind. Who cares? Never mind. Who's counting? I'm not. I'm going to go and have a nap. I'm going to treat myself to a little siesta this afternoon. And then, if I can prop my eyes open, wait for the rain to finish, get back to the garden and harvest some more goodies for my dinner tonight. So, for now, cheerio everybody. Thank you as always for watching, for tuning in, and especially for these sort of little catch-ups at the end of each month. It's interesting, of all the videos I make, these are the ones that get all the thumbs downs, but they're also the ones that get the most comments, and the most comments from people saying that I've touched a nerve with them in a good way, or sparked something that was in their head. I don't care about the thumbs downs. People don't like me chatting, don't need to watch, do they? But I always enjoy this kind of end of the month sit down, catch up with you guys, and I really, really love, what I love is, as I see your comments coming in, it always seems to start all sorts of big stuff amongst us all. So I really enjoy reading your feedback and your comments, and also I kind of learn when I'm reading your bits. I'm learning from you as well about how you're managing things and how you deal with all the that goes on up here all the time. So yes, I'll have a nap. I'll catch up with you all later in comments. But for now, please take care of yourselves. Enjoy whatever you're up to. Make time for yourself, your friends, your family. They're the most important things. After you've made time for them, make time for harvesting and enjoying some beautiful food that you've grown for yourselves. I will see you all again really soon. But in the meantime, go and have a lovely siesta. Cheerio.